South Africa has one of the highest levels of income inequality in the world, with a gaping wealth gap between the rich and the poor. Nearly half of its population live below the poverty line. Many of them settle in townships like this one. A university degree is one way for young people here to break the vicious cycle of poverty, but many students have to wrestle with the cost of study. Sandil couldn't afford to pay his college tuition fees and had to drop out.
As life went on, things changed. My perception of life also became different, so I told myself, let me just rather continue working for now, up until I actually want to do this and continue in a bit later stage. So as I saw, it actually became a bit more difficult to actually go back to school.
But it's not just poverty that leads to students dropping out. The poor quality of education at secondary school level hampers the intake for higher education. In South Africa, the overwhelming majority of students don't go on to enroll in universities, with many falling short of the entry requirements.
The gap between the good universities and the weaker universities is quite significant. So the poor universities are not so good, poor academically, and they tend to be historically black universities. The differences between poorer kids and richer kids are quite stark. So the richer kids are going to have success rates in the order of about 80%, the poorer kids around about 40–50%.
Cape Town University is one of the oldest and best such institutions in South Africa. Now it's seeing a transformation in the makeup of who applies and attends. More poor students from less fortunate backgrounds are studying, aided by the backing of both state and private funding schemes.
Given the fact that my education was inadequate, I had to do a lot of work myself to prepare myself and be successful. So quite a few of it was self-help and just taking the extra step to make sure you prepare yourself.
I think that the people that come from less fortunate backgrounds than myself and had to overcome a lot more challenges to get to UCT are incredible, and I always think that when I'm having like a rough day and I'm like, oh, it's so hard, I think of someone else who's had to work a lot harder to get here, and then that kind of humbles me.
Cape Town University has a development programme to help first-year students who have been hindered by their previous education. Researchers point to poor writing skills, computer illiteracy and language barriers as the main blights on such students' initial progress. It's a type of programme that some now want to see rolled out across higher learning.
Now we are trying to address the second year, and we're saying we don't want our support to just be at the first year. And I mean, some people obviously say yes, but that's spoon feeding. I mean, come on, this is university. You've got to sink or swim. But we've seen that that approach just does not work, because singing or swimming is not good first for the country in terms of stats, because the reality is that the students cannot swim.
Daunting as it may seem, many of the students here will face more battles when they leave university. The spectre of high unemployment rates in South Africa is one that haunts many fresh graduates.